Next up is Eric C. Lynn's moment in the spotlight. Eric's commitment to the community is deeply inspired by his upbringing, following the dedication his parents showed to the community when they moved here in the 1970s. They saw gaps and needs to support the local Chinese community and worked to create the first Chinese school and, with others, create an organization of Chinese Americans. That same organization that his father helped found, Eric served as one of its first second-generation leaders, even becoming a two-term president. It was his start as an advocate for the Asian community. Now Eric is an experienced community volunteer who has deep connections locally and nationally. He was recently elected to be the inaugural chair of the newly formed Virginia Office of New Americans Advisory Board, charged with advising the governor, cabinet members, and the General Assembly on strategies to improve state policies and programs to support the economic, linguistic, and civic integration of new Americans throughout the Commonwealth. Eric also serves as a National Vice President of Finance for OCA Asian Pacific American Advocates, Community Engagement Director for the Asian and Latino Solidarity Alliance of Central Virginia, board member at the Commonwealth Institute for Fiscal Analysis, and a member of the board of the YMCA of Greater Richmond. In the past, Eric was a governor appointee to the Virginia Asian Advisory Board, where he served 2 terms as chair, and the Virginia Complete Count Commission. He has also served as a member of the Bon Secours St. Francis Advisory Board, board member of Leadership Metro Richmond, member of the Chesterfield County Public Schools Equity Committee, and as a board member of the Ask Childhood Cancer Foundation. Professionally, Eric is principal of the Vi Group, a business development and real estate consulting firm, although he mentioned that his wife thinks he is a full-time community volunteer. His advocacy, mentorship, and leadership have made a profound difference in our region, and the Virginia Center for Inclusive Communities is pleased to present a 2021 Humanitarian Award to Eric Lynn.
Good evening. It is an honor to be recognized as one of this year's Richmond Humanitarian Award honorees, and to be amongst amazing people who have made significant contributions and lasting impacts on diversity, equity, and inclusion. To my fellow honorees, thank you for all that you do, and I stand in awe of your continued servant leadership. My own journey started the day I was born as a child of immigrants who were very active in the Richmond Asian American community. I was fortunate to grow up in a very diverse neighborhood, in every sense of the word. My neighbors came from different countries, practiced different religions, and did not look like me. My best friends were Jay, who was Mormon, Amol, who was Asian Indian, Bobby, who was German, Travis, who was African American, Steve, who was Korean, and Greg, who was confined to a wheelchair. I was enriched by the culture and vibrancy of my surroundings and my immigrant experience, which helped shape my own servant leadership journey these past 20 years. More specifically, my pursuit in changing the narrative of how immigrants are viewed and integrated in this country. Even though this country was built upon the talents and contributions of newcomers, there is a deep-seated belief and bias that these individuals are dependencies, liabilities, or threats. I have seen this false narrative and its associated behaviors spread in our public, private, and community settings. This narrative contributes to the idea that for one to gain something, another must lose or give it up, a zero-sum game. This is part of a harmful social construct that pits people against people. It's a cycle where no one wins, not in our schools, our businesses, or our communities. The most diverse and inclusive population and workforce that we can possibly have will benefit all of us. We are in a global workplace in a global market. Changing this narrative and helping others see and understand the bigger picture continues to be my life's work. This award will continue to fuel my purpose in helping us all re-examine our place in this world, how we are all intertwined and linked together. What we do here impacts others in this region, in this state, in this country, and in this world. To be different is not an indication of strength or weakness or of relative value or worth. All differences should be valued and embraced. I accept this award to raise up the work of all of those who are also trying to build a better world. all of those who wish to see and live in a more equitable and inclusive society and have invested time and talent to make it so. Thank you.